way.
All right.
Whatever.
Well, let's go.
Oh, we just, please stand for pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call, please.
Slowly, I'm joking.
You gotta get that fixed.
I gotta get what fixed?
You're backwards again.
Yeah.
You gotta get fixed, man.
Mayor Grimminger?
Here.
Alderwoman Codwell?
Here.
Alderman Couch? Alderman John Stupi?
There.
Alderman Jokerst?
Here.
Alderman Hook?
Here.
Alderman Donnie Stupi? Alderman Rozika?
Here.
Alderman Prince? Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Should we change the agenda? Ask to change the agenda?
Yes. Just a minute, yeah.
If we could, bill number 4053, we'd like to take that off of the agenda. We're not going to do that at this time, so
Why is that?
it ended up being a lot more than what they originally, the numbers that they had talked to us about. So they're going to wait. And we're going into winter, so they're going to wait and see what.
Does everybody else know what you're talking about?
It was about the fans for.
Right. But I'm saying,
yeah.
does the rest of the board know about it?
Well, they
What difference does it make if they're
can't
tabling
take
it?
off.
Yeah. No, we got it.
Yeah, we're good.
You still don't want to know about it, what he's talking about?
If they're not interested in it, why even worry
That's
about
not
it?
what he said.
They said that they're gonna come back at a later date.
All right, never mind.
Hopefully, well, I don't know if they will or not. I guess we'll just wait and see next
Removed.
spring or summer
They're not
what they
gonna do
decide
it.
to do.
Approval of the agenda with 4053 removed.
Okay. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Joe, just we took the second item off because they're not, okay. Okay, thank you all for this coming on this special meeting. Hopefully this won't take very long. We just want to do this and try to, you want to explain this?
Sure.
Okay, we just want to do it as a matter of time thing and not put off another week because they're moving equipment into the building, so they want to get these.
I thought we approved this already.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of. So they want to get the
So
lights in as soon as
you
possible.
recall that we approved the application of a loan from the state of Missouri,
Oh, that was-
Right.
Okay, that was-
and that's in process. And I've been talking to the Department of Energy, and it looks like everything's going according to plan. Problem is that even the best case scenario is they're not going to approve these loans until September, and the funds won't flow until the 1st of October or sometime later in early October. The equipment for PIVA has been ordered and is coming in and they're placing it. The cost of installing it will go up if equipment gets put in the way. So the question was, how can he order this equipment with the knowledge that the money is there when he has to pay it? If we're not going to hear from the state formally until September and not going to get the money until October. So we talked to the Community Foundation about what in real estate they call a bridge loan. Can you get us from where we are to our permanent financing by advancing the money if necessary to cover the cost of installing this equipment, these fans, and save
Not fancy.
lights, and save the additional cost that would be incurred if we had to wait 2 months. And they said yes, and they said that before I knew that this loan is, when we were talking about it, I hadn't heard from the state, but yesterday I heard from them, so it's even more positive. PIVA has secured 60-day terms from the company on the lights. So they're going to come in and install the lights. They're not going to want to collect from 60 days. It is probable that the state loan will be closed by the time the lighting company needs to get paid, but it's not guaranteed. So this is our safety valve. If we do end up borrowing the money from the community, the foundation, we have approval for a permanent loan at 2.5% on 7 years, which is a little shorter term that we're probably going to get from the state, but the same interest rate. The state's going to calculate a term that is proportional to the savings realized by putting in the more energy efficient lights. We'll find out what that is when they've done their analysis. It's probably going to be 10 years. But 7 is kind of a more traditional financing term for this kind of improvement, so that's kind of what we did with the foundation. I think the best case scenario is no money will change hands. The middle case scenario is they'll give us $70,000 and we'll turn around and give them back $70,100 a month later. The worst scenario is that the loan will fall through with the state, and instead of having a loan with the state, we'll have a loan with the community foundation, pays back 2.5% over 7 years. Whatever it is, PEVA is going to make a lease adjustment to generate the additional revenue for us to make the payment.
And the community foundation knows that it could take longer? I mean, they may not get their money back right away?
They know that they have committed to the worst case scenario.
Okay.
But again, it's getting less and less likely that that's going to happen as the days go by. A week ago, I didn't have an idea that I do today.
This ordinance authorizes the mayor to apply for a loan. But the actual loan, whether it's with the state or with the foundation, will have to be an ordinance, maybe a special meeting. And I want to add to it, I looked at this, and you know, there's a general rule that you can't incur indebtedness without the vote of the people. But there's a constitutional exception to that that says if you have the funds to pay cash, then it's not considered indebtedness. And they look at it as annual. So what's happening with the city is all of your monies are invested fully. So you don't have the liquidity right now to pay cash, but looking at it on an annual basis, it's less than your, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Unencumbered funds plus your taxes and income. So you can do these short-term things. Sometimes what we do, like with police car leases and things, we treat them, the language of the lease says that we can back out. Or if we decide not to authorize the money, we can back out. They get the car back or whatever the case may be. But this one falls under a Missouri constitutional exception that says you have enough money that you really don't need to borrow if you didn't want to, but it means you got to readjust the way you invest your money. But if you're not earning 2.5% on your investments, it might be worth paying cash. But I'm just saying, you can do, this is a legal
If we weren't paying
transaction.
cash, if we had to pay the interest, but PEVA's going to be paying the principal and interest, so it's no dollars for us one way or the other.
The only thing you got to worry about is the possibility that PEVA, now I've forgotten, is it 5 years renewable?
Yeah, they got a 5-year lease.
So if they decide not to renew it to 5th year, which doesn't make any economic sense, but you never know with the economy, that you may not have a tenant, and you may end up having to.
And that's the potential risk, but
Yeah.
we're enhancing the value of the building.
Right.
So, should the worst happen, we've got a more saleable building than we
Right.
have.
And it's actually a capital improvement to your property. So you've got multiple funds that if you had to just get rid of it, you could get rid of this debt. And, sorry, it's not debt under the Missouri Constitution.
Obligation.
It's an obligation.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. Remember I told you I had a question for you yesterday, I couldn't remember what it was. PEVA went ahead and leased the rest of the building, right?
We entered into a lease amendment with them that allowed them to lease the rest of the building for storage at a certain dollar per square foot. If they put it into production, it'll go up.
Okay.
And then it'll be at the rate that we originally negotiated.
All right.
I'm informed that they don't anticipate using it for storage for much longer than another month, that they're going to occupy it all, going to be occupied for production, and we'll get paid our negotiated rate.
We good?
Move to approve.
I just hope it all works out and it ain't like on 10th Street.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
I think we have to consider the downside. But again, I think the difference is, we've got this marketable building that someone else can move right into
Yeah,
and
we
take
own
over.
we own the building.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Did anybody second?
No, we
She
haven't.
didn't.
We'll add-
I'm jumping the
add
gun.
that, so.
You made your motion.
Okay, Pam, for first reading of bill number 4052.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to apply for a loan with the St. Genevieve County Community Foundation in an amount not to exceed $70,000 to secure funding to replace the existing interior lighting with more efficient lighting at 5 Troutman Industrial Drive. First reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And second.
Move for second reading.
Second.
All in favor of second reading?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, second reading, bill number 4052.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to apply for a loan with the St. Genevieve County Community Foundation in an amount not to exceed $70,000 to secure funding to replace the existing interior lighting with more efficient lighting at 5 Troutman Industrial Drive.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Alderwoman Codwell.
Yes.
Alderman John Stupi.
Yes.
Alderman Jokers.
Yes.
Alderman Hook.
Yes.
Alderman Prince.
Yes.
Alderman Rozika.
Yes.
6 yes, 0 no's, 2 absent. Bill number 4052 now becomes ordinance 3987.
Okay, thank you.
Move adjourned.
Well, I want to,
Oh, wait a minute. Do we have anything under any other business?
John,
I don't know if we can do anything about, I think it's time we all sit down with Chuck Oaks on that furniture store out there. The county commissioners, us, the tax people, and see if something can be worked out on that. I mean, we give everybody else the world. When they move, it's over with. We sure take their quarters and spend it every time he sends them in, and he's proved he's been here, what, a year now? I look at like Lucent and,
What do you want us to do, John?
what, we need to sit down, at least try working something out with the man.
What do you want to work out with him? I don't know what you're saying. What do you want to work out?
He wants a lesser tax, and I think we owe it to him to at least listen.
Well, I don't
If he
think that's
moves,
up to
what are we
us.
gonna do?
That's up to the county.
Well, but
That's up to the county, that's not up to us.
is there anything, you all top of your head, any consideration that we can do?
I'd really have to think about it. I guess you could, if you had a project that would cause you to want to abate sales tax or something maybe, but, you know, we're not the big piece of that. But you know, you can't just say, we like you, but we
Yeah.
like everybody else, we're
Yeah.
gonna abate your sales tax, and we're not gonna abate anybody else.
Yeah.
You'd have to have something that generates some sort of public purpose. And that, it's sort of not after the fact, it's something, an add-on that he says, I'd like to do this. Kind of like when he came and said, I'd like to lease some properties so that I can expand my business. At least it gave you something to consider, and then you got to decide whether there's enough public purpose to do it.
I think if he made an application before the Board of Equalization, which is, I think, what you're talking about here. We don't usually intervene in those kinds of things, but we could take a position in support of his.
at least listen to him.
Yeah.
And if there's nothing we can do,
Well, we can-
so be it, but
I
when
think
he
we can
moves,
express our support if we knew what it was he was asking for.
I don't
if
know.
We thought it was reasonable.
I have no idea.
I mean, the only way to win that argument is you got to fight them with the information, the same kind of data they use. So that they say they think it's worth X number of dollars, you got to come in with evidence that shows it's
Yeah.
not worth X number of dollars.
The city tax is not the problem, John, with him.
I realize, but we have a stake when they leave.
Do what?
We have a stake in it when they leave. We ain't got nothing coming in, another vacant building.
Okay.
We're counting on his, I mean, his revenue
That's
is part of
right.
our budget.
Yep,
Right.
that's right.
Yeah. And what I'm saying is, I don't think the city is the problem, I think it's the county. Right?
You're right there, it's just like, I shouldn't even say it, but I disagree with like my home appraisal. You come to me with a vehicle, I'm gonna appraise it honest, I ain't gonna go on 3 other houses that ain't even comparable to
And once
it.
again, you're talking about the county.
I know.
You're not talking about the city.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I think city taxes are so low right now, it's unbelievable what we pay in city tax. I have no idea how we can even run a city, no more than what we pay in city taxes.
Well, then you don't pay much business tax then.
I don't, I'm talking about personal property in city.
It's not even real estate, so.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how low it is here in town.
Compared to your whole tax bill.
Yeah, I mean, the
Right.
portion of it
Portion of
compared
your total tax
to,
Yeah.
bill is-
yeah,
is, yeah,
Right.
we're not getting a big piece, that's for sure.
No.
yeah,
it's
the
just
county's definitely
unbelievable.
getting the lion's share.
No, school
Like I said, I don't know how we
School
run a
districts,
city,
3/4 of it.
no more than what we get.
Well, that'll be the topic for discussion at our next meeting.
Yeah, it's
Talk
unbelievable.
about the budget.
Okay, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mayor, can we move it to Wednesday next week, cause I ain't gonna make it Thursday.
We're gonna need to be here on the budget thing, will we come by
5:30.
early? 5:30? Okay.
Well, there's two that can't. Can you turn in the rest of the board?
I
can make the
I can do either one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I can do it.
I'll be in Guatemala, I won't be able to.
Well,
What about Thursday?
Vacation?
Will you be back by Thursday?
I'll be back Thursday.
You'll be here Wednesday. Joking.
Yeah,
That'd be better for me, yeah.
Wednesday would?
Yeah.
Well, then we just got 2 more to check with. All right, well, we got the majority of it, let's do it then. Hopefully the other 2 can.
Now, the only thing that might throw a wrench in it is what's new, Wednesday or not. I don't know. That'd be the only thing.
Can they do it downstairs?
It's not on the calendar.
Okay.
Well, that don't mean anything.
Right.
Well, when you go look at the other calendar.
You gotta look
I
at.
can't remember if
I
it's,
looked, well, I looked at these.
is what new the,
The 3 ladies.
yeah, but is that the Wednesday before the last meeting?
I don't know.
That's what I thought, what's new though? What is
What's new?
What was the Jura Fett was
The
on?
one with
It was
Mary
last
Ann.
week.
Yeah, right.
Last week. Pam, last week was, they had the Jura Fett on, didn't they? It's on TV, Jamie in it, they were on.
On what's new?
Yeah, last week, I think, the Jura Fett.
It's not on our calendar.
Well, can't they move it downstairs? Please move it downstairs.
I think so.
I'll just ask them.
Find out.
Yeah.
Then which one are they gonna televise live? What's new or our meeting?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think about
Hey, maybe with
that.
that TriCast, they can do both. I don't know.
Put it down the
Screen,
middle.
yeah.
Well, way to throw a wrench in that.
Down here?
No, he's not televising, I'm not sure why.
Oh, we're not televised?
Let me go try and call him real
Well, he's
fast.
taping it.
Start determining bigger.
He is?
Yeah, I mean, it's not on, it's
Well,
not
he said it was
scheduled on television.
this morning, he said it was gonna be shown on TV, but
Yeah, but they're,
obviously it wasn't.
well, it's not being shown live.
Right.
But you'll have it.
You're what? Towing something?
No, somebody won't believe what
Oh,
color
what
that
that
is.
is, it's on live.
It's a picture, it's not a video, it's a picture.
Oh, that's probably, that was
Not very
McNeil's
live.
probably.
You need help doing something? We gonna make some scooter burgers or anything?
No,
What are we gonna do?
no, that was that one that burned down.
On the interstate on 32?
It burned. Drive.
What's the other burned truck you
I
got
worked at the
down?
Lions Club